Okay, so the rack is stuck on here. Doesn't move either way. This is disconnected. So we definitely have some stuck injectors on here. We just need to figure out which ones and go from there. We can bar the engine over. It's an automatic and there's no exposed gears or anything where we can turn it over, no bolts on the ends. And the fan on this particular one is a free-floating, it's like a torque converter. So it's an early version of a Taurus drive fan. But we have a tiny little plate down here that we've removed where we can get in there and see gears on the flywheel. So we can turn it one tooth at a time on there with this pry bar. It's not the easiest way to do it, but it will get done. So we're gonna go through first and figure out which injectors are stuck on here. That one doesn't feel like it's stuck. That one doesn't feel stuck. Buddy has come back for day 2 of working on the engines here. Okay, so we pulled the rack. This injector's not stuck. This injector is stuck. This one is not. The next one is, can't move it. And then the other 2 are fine and free moving over here. So we've got 2 stuck injectors. That's why I couldn't figure out why it wasn't just one. So we're gonna try to get them freed up if I can without pulling the injectors. We're gonna bar it over a couple times, let them fire, let everything move on them and see if we can get them freed up. Otherwise, we'll have to pull them out. So
if all of the racks are out, the fuel is closed.
That's correct.
And that's the way I had it.
Yeah, but we couldn't add fuel because the rack wouldn't move back. And like this injector right here, if you want to move your hand there, is not only is this not move, but you can see there's space.
Yes, I see the gap
between there and the other one that's stuck. It's got the same thing. There's a big space in between there.
Yeah.
But all the other ones are fine and they're still moving. But you have to bar it over once.
Well, we can't trust these injectors anyway because they're just going to stick forever unless they're rebuilt.
Yeah. Well, once we get them freed up here, they should be fine. We'll get them freed up and working. I usually am able to bring them all back. So I've got this one and the second one to free up now. And now that it's been barred over, the third one is stuck now. So Buddy's gonna continue barring the engine over. Number 4 is stuck now as well. And that's why you bar them over, so that it fires everything on the injector. So you can see that there's a space between there now. Just got a little bit. So usually I can just kind of manhandle them, get a screwdriver in there and move them back and forth without taking them out. That's how I've been able to do this. Let me grab one and I'll show you.
All I have.
Let's get there. And here it goes, now it's freed up. So, one more stuck one. Okay, I removed that valve cover stud so that I could get in here to get to the back side of this. It's really tight. I'm gonna get a bigger bar. pushing really hard. Just take it through its movements a few times. It's actually getting easier. Get it with my fingers now. There it goes. Got just a little tension to it. Spray it down with some more oil. There it goes. All right, buddy, I'm gonna have you, that one's still a little tension on it, but not too bad. There it goes. We're gonna turn it over one more full revolution. Just wanted to make sure that everything in the governor here was freed up, the plungers.
Did I keep on turning it?
Yeah, you're fine, you keep going. So nothing's gonna stick in there. I lubed it up, there's a little bit of corrosion on there. It's gonna work. The plug was in there for the air box drain. And it's just pouring out. So they had a plug in it. That didn't help it any. All right, this is Bill. He brought me a ratcheting wrench today at 13/16 so I can operate my my liner puller with that, and he's been helping us here today. And then, of course, Buddy, he's been getting dirty again today. And, it's just about lunchtime. Phil doesn't take lunch, though, because he's a skinny guy.
This is a quarter, but that piece looks like it's worn, so let's try this.
Try that on there, see if that'll get it there. So we're working on both air box drains are actually plugged on this engine. So the one I pulled out, as you saw, and a bunch of shit came out of it. But this side over here, let's see if I got a screwdriver or something. It's still full of fluid. I'll get the screwdriver in the hole. It's all full of fluid in there. And you can barely get to the plug. I don't even know if the camera's gonna show it.
The access are so big on there, there's a big square hole you can pry.
Yeah, you can't see it down there. So that little pipe plug back down there is what I need to get out. It's really hard to get to. I got it turned a little bit, but now I can't get anything else on it from any direction. We may have to remove the oil cooler, which I'm going to try everything I can to not remove the oil cooler. Well, we're going to fill it with water, but Phil's cap that he added down there is not holding the water back, so we got to change that. You got a piece of inner tube we can slide over that instead, Phil? I don't think tightening is going to work. That's a screw-on cap, so the water can come around the screw thing on it. Where's the wrench at?
Right there.
Hopefully that'll work. You don't need rubbers anymore.
Shoot these legs for 40 years. My second wife.
She's recording, Phil.
Well, that's good. You want to know something about me? Okay, I'll tell you.
Good story, good story.
So that top one's gonna leak if that thermostat passes water. So maybe put a glove on that one too.
Okay.
Do I need to go grab one?
Yeah, go ahead and turn it off.
Ground straight? Yes. Okay.
Nothing leaking out anywhere else?
Yeah, down here.
It's a tiny drip down here.
We can live with the drip.
We don't want the area wet.
Here's the wrench.
It's, there's a black one that's got.
Yeah, see the-
Black one going to the solid one.
Yeah.
This one right here is on the solid.
Positive ground, correct, Phil?
Yep.
I found 2 nuts on the counter over there. That's a air filter, oil bath air filter canister and an intake tube. GM bus.
Blue bag covers all the miscellaneous engine parts. Should we rehearse it first?
Nope. We don't need any test runs.
You don't like this responsibility. You like this responsibility.
I'm holding the rack in the off position.
And this flange back here, Scott, I don't think it's gonna hurt anything if it's fixed.
Okay. Is that gonna flop around like a
We need to be right position.
I mean, the most it can do is this.
Hang on. Turn it. Okay. It's in neutral. Shouldn't turn.
Okay, so we'll turn it over for a few seconds, but you're holding the rack to the off. So be careful. I said be careful because this engine's just resting on this cradle, so it could come bouncing off.
We do this. Yeah.
Yep, okay, we need to get some fuel poured into here.
What did we have fuel that before? What did we use to fill that before?
Well, I don't know, but we got the can right
Well,
here.
as long as we got one hose out, might as well get the other hose out.
I remember I spilled this all over myself when I was doing this in front of you.
It will not start without that full. Fill it to the top, plumb full.
It's extremely full.
Right up to the rim.
Got it? injector doesn't like swing back up out of the fuel on there.
This intake line, the bottom one,
Yep,
it's about 1 inch under the surface.
Okay, that'll be fine. Okay, take two. We're just trying to get fuel circulation, that's all. We're not trying to start it yet. The battery seems a little weak, by the way. Okay.
I was gonna bring that today, some wet pants, but we're gonna do batteries.
Go ahead, Phil.
Let's see if we,
Okay, so put out of there.
you know, we could have been filling the fuel rail.
Put that hose back in the fuel. If we've got some fuel going through it in the lines.
We don't, otherwise this will be going down. And we got nothing coming in. We'll see if the air pressure, I think if we pressurize the fuel. Air pressure.
Okay, see if we get fuel coming out of there. Go ahead.
Is the other fuel line now just down near the bottom? It's not in too far and curled up?
It's not curled up. I can see it in there.
Okay.
It's good.
I'm gonna go ahead and give it a little fuel this time too, so we should fire up a little bit. I'll wait a few seconds.
I don't see it coming out still.
Well, it might not yet. Ready?
Yep, go ahead. Oh, it came to life real good. It was a little off for a few seconds. It smoked a little bit, and then it's quit smoking, and
Just had to get some sleepy injector lit.
yep. This one's ready to go on a bus. Just gotta find a cradle for it.
Like that one. By the way, it's not opening wide open. I couldn't get it past any faster, but it's just, there's still something wrong. Now it's hardly moving at all. Okay, now, on that engine in front, it starts squirting out of here. On 2 and 5. That's what runs that long. Come out of the hole here.
This one was just starting to do it here.
Can I get a top off or two? Yeah. On that block that was squirting up to here, flying all over, mixing oil and water. And the water was getting into the oil, not Blake's first. Here we go. Why does it do it out of one more than another?
Video or are you?
No, I just wanted to take a nice still of you guys right here. There we go. Perfect. I just wanted to get one for the memento, you
You
know?
didn't get Kelly yet.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, well, you were taking little
Right
secret.
back here.
Selfies with it when we were looking.
Did you say for the calendar?
Oh, no. We keep Phil around for the calendar shots.
Let's,
No offense, man.
let's stop this for now though, and then tomorrow we'll... So it's running. Tomorrow we're gonna go through and I'll run the rack on it. We'll do the full tune-up. We'll set the exhaust valve clearance, we'll set the injector timing. We'll get the fuel injector set on the rack, and then we'll do all the governor spring settings. And then it should be even better. But it's just sitting on this. There's no bolts on either end of that in the motor mounts. It's just vibrating around on there, and that side is just up on a metal plate. So I wasn't real keen on it running too long with that. But we'll run it in the morning tomorrow, and then we'll go get it warmed up a little bit, and then we'll do the full tune-up on it. That drive shaft output was flopping around there, even though it was in neutral, so we gotta be careful of that. Yeah, it wasn't smoking at all. This is a good engine, so no real work necessary, just a couple little things, and we'll see about getting this put in a bus this week maybe.